Hello. Have you ever wondered what goes on in the mind of someone who builds a global empire, not of industry or innovation, but of manipulation and exploitation? To understand the case of Jeffrey Epstein, we have to look past the headlines and dive into the complex, often chilling psychological mechanisms that drive such a life. What is the precise mix of personality traits required to orchestrate a web of influence so vast that it touched the highest echelons of power? Stay with us as we deconstruct the psyche of one of the most enigmatic and controversial figures of our time. To begin, we must look at the concept of high-functioning psychopathy. In psychology, this doesn't always manifest as obvious violence. Instead, it often shows up as an extreme lack of empathy combined with a superficial charm and a calculated focus on personal gain. Epstein was known for his ability to mirror the people he was with, becoming whoever he needed to be to gain trust. This chameleon-like behavior is a hallmark of a predatory intellect. He didn't just seek wealth, he sought leverage. The way he navigated social circles suggests a profound understanding of human vulnerability. He knew how to identify what a person desired, be it funding for a scientific project or access to a certain social circle, and he used that as a bridge. If you find this deep dive into the human shadow fascinating and believe that understanding these patterns is vital for our society, consider supporting the distribution of this content. A simple like helps the algorithm share these insights with more people who are looking for answers. Moving deeper, we encounter the dark triad of personality traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Epstein appeared to operate at the intersection of all three. His narcissism provided the sense of entitlement, the belief that rules simply did not apply to him. Machiavellianism provided the strategy, the long-term planning, and the chess player mentality where people are viewed merely as pieces on a board. But how does someone maintain this for decades? The answer lies in compartmentalization. This is a defense mechanism where a person can separate their life into distinct, non-overlapping sections. He could be the generous donor or the intellectual enthusiast in 1 hour and a predator in the next, without any apparent internal conflict. This lack of cognitive dissonance is rare and allows a person to lead a double life with terrifying efficiency. As we analyze these patterns, it's worth reflecting on our own surroundings and how power dynamics work in our daily lives. If you are finding value in this psychological breakdown, you might want to follow the channel to stay informed on future deep dives into the human mind. Sharing this video also helps ensure that these complex topics reach a wider, more informed audience. Now, we must address the God complex. Epstein surrounded himself with some of the most brilliant minds in science and philosophy. By associating with genius, he reinforced his own ego and created a shield of intellectual legitimacy. He wasn't just a financier, he positioned himself as a visionary. This environment allowed him to normalize his behavior within his own mind. When you are at the center of a world you created, your own morality becomes the only law. This brings us to a difficult question about human nature and influence. Based on what we've discussed about how he used his status to bypass traditional boundaries, do you believe that extreme wealth inherently erodes a person's moral compass, or does it simply provide the tools for an already existing darkness to grow? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective helps build a more complete dialogue on these difficult subjects. In the end, the psychology of Jeffrey Epstein remains a study in the extremes of human manipulation. It is a reminder of the importance of transparency and the dangers of unchecked influence. Thank you for spending these minutes with us exploring the darker corridors of the human experience. If this video helped you better understand the psychological complexities behind such a high-profile case, please consider liking and subscribing. It's a small gesture that truly helps us continue producing researched, impartial content like this. Until next time, stay curious and stay observant.